Welcome back to CBS Sports HQ. Where there is no convincing anybody that DeVonta Smith is an incredibly talented person. Heisman winner, only the fourth wide receiver in the history of the Heisman Trophy to go ahead and win it. Broke multiple records, not only throughout the season, but in the title game, the national championship, of course, and where Alabama won. All right, let's welcome in the guy who's getting used to all these interviews, the one and only DeVonta Smith. First, I want to ask you, how's your hand doing?
It's doing good.
So let me ask you this. You decided to go back to Alabama last season, and by all means, it seems to have paid off for you. I mean, you're a projected first round draft pick. You won the Heisman Trophy. Is this what you envisioned for yourself?
Yeah, it's a couple things I didn't think was gonna happen, but it happened, and it's just a blessing just to be a part of that.
Yo, Devontae, last time we saw you was a national championship game, and man, you had a half of the ages, right? I mean, you were unstoppable. You were in your bag, and you had a deep bag. At what point in the first quarter, or the first few series of that ball game against Ohio State, did you realize like, yo, they can't stop me?
It really didn't hit me until I went to the sideline. Somebody finally said something about it. When you're in a game, you really don't
Uh huh.
notice like how good you are doing until somebody brings it up. So once I went to the sideline, they said something. I was like, I ain't even think I was doing that much.
You was doing more than a lot. I can tell you that much. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to see you play in the entire ball game, but you put up an unbelievable game and a half of play. I mean, throughout your career at Alabama, you've been a prolific like wide receiver, a prolific like playmaker. Over 46 receiving touchdowns, right? When you look at your overall career in totality, which catch is probably the biggest catch in your career at Alabama?
Uh, I mean, probably of course to catch my freshman year in the national championship. So yeah, probably that one.
Could you take us through that play? For a lot of us individuals that are watching you right now in this interview, they probably never been in a huddle before. Can you break down the actual call your freshman year against UGA when Tua Tagovailoa was the quarterback? Could you break down the name of the play, and did you realize or did you know leaving the huddle that the ball was coming your way?
The play was just called Seattle. It was just four verts, and nah, really, it was. I thought the ball was gonna probably go to the tight end up the middle because they played cover two, so I kind of thought the ball was gonna go up the middle to the tight end. But once I seen the corner just trying to keep his outside leverage and I dipped inside, I mean, I knew it was gonna be a hole shot, and then he just threw it.
Devontae, of course, we have the draft coming up. We assume you're getting ready for that. I want to know, I want to ask you a couple questions about that. But first of all, there's so many mock drafts out there. Are you a guy that is on social media? Do you pay attention to those mock drafts?
I see him. I don't too much put too much thought into it, but I see it.
I know Tua has been out there vouching for you, possibly talking about reuniting with you on the same team there. And he said he's had some conversations with you. I'm curious, what have those conversations been like? What is he telling you about your future?
Just basically him and Raekwon that vouching for me to be down there. And we just talk about just things going on in our life, how we're doing and things like that, and then just talk about football, just how we think our seasons went, things like that, and just talk football.
Devontae, as of late, it seems like the Crimson Tide, they've been doing a phenomenal job being able to sign the elite like players at the wide receiver position and develop them. Is it safe to say, because for quite some time, Clemson was basically known as wide receiver U, but is it safe to say you guys have taken that title away from Clemson and now you're Alabama, there should be wide receiver U?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, the resume speaks for itself. I think we're wide receiver you, so yeah, most definitely.
You've had a lot of talent around you and the likes of Jerry Judy, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Waddle for that matter. Did that help elevate you, do you think?
Yeah, when you have guys like that in the same room with you, everybody wants to get better. Everybody wants to see everybody do good. So everybody was just all for each other and for the team. So just everybody learning different things from each other.
DeVonta, your tape speaks for itself, but if you were sitting in front of teams right now, what is your biggest selling point?
That in that you're gonna get a hard worker and a competitor. I'm gonna come in every day. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna make the guys across from me better. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna do my job.
All right, we have a couple questions from social media. Before I get to that, though, I have a question. Your style pregame is on point. Now, B-Mac thinks he's a very stylish person. He has a hoodie on today, so I don't know if we can go to that. What goes into planning these outfits? Can we expect this at the next level from you?
Yeah. I mean, every time I get a chance to put on a suit and tie, I'm gonna put it on. So just probably every Sunday, that's what you're gonna see.
All right, another question we have from social media. Obviously, you won the Heisman. It was fantastic to watch that. I'm sure you got a lot of congratulatory messages. Who was the biggest person that reached out to you that surprised you?
Um, I'll probably say just Mark Ingram and Derrick Henry. Just when they sent me their message, it just kind of hit me like I really did this. Like those two guys came before me, they did it, and now I'm in the same situation as them. It's just unbelievable.
Well, when you look at the mock drafts, right, there's so many drafts that have you going as high as the second overall pick to the Jets. And of course, we talked about the relationship you have with Tua and some of the guys there in Miami. But I understand this could be a difficult question because I remember when I got drafted, people would always ask me, where you want to go? But if you had the pick, your pick, right, for your new team, ideally, what team would that be and why?
I don't know. I'm not gonna answer that question.
Hey, you know what? I had
tried.
to try. You know what I mean? I wanted to put some bump and run technique in front of you, see if you can get off the jam a little bit. You did a good job in avoiding it, so I like what you're doing.
He's a professional. He's a professional. Before we let you go, we're going to get your pick to win here in the Super Bowl in just a second. But you have a good relationship with Auto Trader. Tell us about that.
Auto Trader is the go-to source when car shopping, and with everything going on with me being busy, with training and rehabbing, they make finding the car a whole lot easier. And of course, my first big purchase is going to be a car, so working with them just makes it a whole lot easier and less on me. And I'm excited to work with them.
DeVonta, let's pretend you're an analyst. We're going to put you in this spot. I know you've been watching these two teams. Break down the Super Bowl for us. Who do you think comes out on top and why?
I like Kansas City just because I feel like Tampa Bay is going to match up well. Their defense is real fast, and of course, everybody knows Kansas City offense is fast. But it's going to be a big matchup. But I think it's all going to come down to how much can Tampa Bay defense stop Kansas City offense.
Yeah. And when you look at your collegiate career, you played for what we consider who is the GOAT of college coaching, Nick Saban. And the thing about Nick Saban, when we watch Nick Saban from afar, he's always, die hard. He's focused. But
so serious.
Yeah, so serious. But do you have any funny stories you can share with us about Nick Saban? Because it seemed like he really loved you as a person, as a player, and just your overall character. But do you have any funny stories you can share with us about Nick Saban, Coach Saban?
Just at practice, he'll come by me and be like, "I'll lock you down. I can cover you one-on-one." And I just be like, that's something you wish you can do." And then he'll just get in front, start backpedaling, just saying, "You don't want to be stuck on this island."
Oh my gosh. I would pay money to see that happen.
No question.
To see him try in his khakis of all things.
Yes.
DeVonta Smith, congratulations on your success so far. We can't wait to watch you at the next level. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.